Imagine waking up in the morning and before even grabbing your phone or thinking about the day's tasks, closing your eyes for a few moments and simply saying, "Thank you." It seems too simple to make any impact, doesn't it? But what if I told you that this gesture can completely change the way you see the world, attract opportunities, and even improve your mental and physical health? Today, we're going to talk about the daily prayer of gratitude and how dedicating just 5 minutes a day to this habit can profoundly and lasting transform your life. And this isn't an exaggeration. Numerous studies show that gratitude has powerful effects on our brains. But here we'll go beyond science, We'll also talk about the spiritual aspect, about the connection with God, and how this simple act is, in fact, one of the most powerful prayers there is. We live in a fast-paced world, full of demands, negative news, and constant comparisons. It's easy to lose sight of the blessings we already have, and it's precisely in this scenario that the prayer of gratitude becomes a tool for renewal. When you start your day by giving thanks, something changes inside you. Your heart calms, your mind opens, and your faith strengthens. Unlike asking, which we often do in prayers, the act of giving thanks puts you in a state of fullness. You recognize that you already have something valuable, whether it's life itself, the air you breathe, or the people who love you. This creates positive energy that expands and starts attracting more reasons to be grateful. In the Bible, we find countless passages reminding us of the importance of giving thanks. In 1 Thessalonians 5:18 it says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." Notice it doesn't say "in some things" or "when everything is fine," but "in everything." This includes difficult moments, which often carry valuable lessons for our growth. When you give thanks even in adversity, you demonstrate trust that God is working even if you don't yet understand the purpose. This is an act of faith and surrender. It's like saying, "Lord, I trust in your plans, even if I can't see the whole picture right now." Research conducted by universities like Harvard and UC Berkeley shows that regularly practicing gratitude improves mood, strengthens the immune system, and increases emotional resilience. When you give thanks, the brain releases dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters linked to happiness and well-being. Moreover, grateful people tend to sleep better, have healthier relationships, and deal with stress more calmly. And when you combine this practice with prayer, the benefits multiply because it's not just a mental reflection, but an intimate conversation with God that strengthens spirituality and trust. Many people think, "But I don't know how to pray properly," or "I don't have time for this." The truth is, the daily prayer of gratitude doesn't need to be long, complex, or perfectly done. What matters is sincerity. In 5 minutes, you can do something powerful. Just pause, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and talk to God, thanking Him for the things that truly matter to you. And here's a tip. Don't limit yourself to thanking only for big things. Give thanks for breakfast, for someone's smile, for the rain falling and watering the earth, for the opportunity to start over. It's in this exercise of seeing value in the little things that your heart opens to recognizing the greater blessings. Now that we understand the importance and impact of the daily prayer of gratitude, let's talk about how to create a habit that truly fits naturally into your routine. It's not about something rigid or complicated, but about a genuine moment between you and God that will become as essential as breathing. To start, it's important to understand that consistency is more important than intensity. You don't need to pray a long prayer every day, but rather keep the commitment to set aside 5 minutes for it. 5 minutes may seem little, but when used with presence and sincerity, they can have a profound effect. The first step is to set a fixed time of day to pray. For many people, the morning is the most special time because it's when the heart and mind are still free from distractions and pressures. Upon waking, before any other activity, sit comfortably, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel the air going in and out, and allow yourself to be present in that moment. The second step is to choose 3 reasons to be thankful. They can be big or small: your health, the food on your table, a special friendship, the love of your family, or even the strength to face challenges. When identifying these 3 things, speak to God about them. Don't just list them, but connect emotionally to what you're saying. For example, "Lord, I thank you for my health, knowing that every heartbeat is a gift from you. I thank you for the food I have today, which sustains me and gives me energy. I also thank you for the friendship that brought me joy this week." The third step is to give thanks for what is yet to come. This is one of the most powerful parts of the prayer of gratitude because it demonstrates faith and trust. It's like saying, "I already see the victory, even if it hasn't yet manifested." For example, "Lord, I thank you for the doors that are opening, even if I don't see them yet. I thank you for the solutions you have already prepared for my problems. I thank you for the peace you are placing in my heart." The fourth step is to close with surrender. After giving thanks, say something that shows you are placing your life in God's hands. "Everything I have and everything I am, I give to you. Thank you for taking care of me in every moment. This final phrase seals your prayer with trust and love. By practicing this way, in a few days you will notice subtle changes in your thinking and feeling. Problems that once seemed enormous will begin to weigh less. Small joys will become more evident, and your faith will strengthen. This happens because focusing on gratitude trains your mind and spirit to see the light even on cloudy days. But it's important to remember that creating a habit requires consistency. In the first days, you may forget or feel that you're not doing it right. Don't worry. The goal isn't perfection, but being present and willing to recognize the blessings. If one day you can't do it in the morning, do it at night, before sleeping. The important thing is that this moment exists. To help with consistency, you can create a small ritual. Some people like to light a candle, others prefer soft instrumental music, or simply keep silence. The ritual signals to your body and mind that this is a special moment. Over time, your own heart will look forward to this instant, like awaiting a meeting with a dear friend. And remember, the more sincerity in your words, the deeper the connection. Don't worry about eloquence or beautiful sentences. God knows your heart and understands every emotion you convey. This 5-minute-a-day practice may seem small now, but it's like planting a seed. Over time, this seed grows into a strong tree, whose firm roots support you during storms, and whose fruits nourish your life with joy, peace, and hope. Now that you know how to structure your daily prayer of gratitude, it's time to understand how to keep this habit alive, even amidst distractions and unexpected events. After all, the greatest challenge isn't starting, but persisting. At first, enthusiasm helps. You feel motivated, excited, and even notice quick changes in your mood and perspective on life. But over time, it's natural for routine and worries to try to steal this special moment. That's precisely when we need strategies to keep the commitment firm. One of the first secrets to sustaining the habit is associating it with something you already do every day. For example, if you usually have coffee upon waking, say your prayer of gratitude before preparing your drink. Or if at night you habitually read or watch something before sleeping, replace that moment with 5 minutes of gratitude. This association creates a mental hook that makes remembering easier. Another important point is to record your prayers. It doesn't need to be a detailed text, but jot down in a notebook or app the reasons you were thankful that day. This record will be a treasure you can turn to when feeling down. By rereading your notes, you'll realize how many blessings you've already received, including those that seemed small at the time, but now you see clearly how important they were. It's also essential to understand that the prayer of gratitude isn't just an isolated act, but a state of mind. The more you practice, the more naturally your attention turns to what is good, even in difficult situations. It's like training a muscle. At first, it takes conscious effort. Later, it becomes part of who you are. And on days when it seems impossible to be grateful, yes, those days will come. We all go through moments of pain, loss, or frustration. On those days, the most important thing is not to abandon the habit. Even if everything seems to be falling apart, give thanks for one thing, no matter how small. It may be simply for being alive or having someone who cares about you. This small spark of gratitude is enough to keep the flame of faith burning. A powerful tip for these moments is to change your perspective on the prayer. Instead of thanking only for what seems positive to you, also give thanks for the lessons, for the hidden opportunities and challenges, and for the strength God is giving you to overcome. This transforms pain into hope and fear into trust. Another way to maintain the habit is to share it. Involve your family or friends in this moment. It can be before a meal, before bed, or anytime everyone can gather. When gratitude is lived in community, it strengthens and inspires even more. Moreover, you positively influence those around you, spreading this transformative energy. Also remember to vary the form of your prayer. Sometimes speak out loud, other times meditate in silence. You can write, sing, or even walk while giving thanks. The important thing is that the act remains alive and meaningful for you. When the practice adapts to your emotions and life moment, it doesn't become tiring or mechanical. And perhaps the most inspiring part is realizing that over time, gratitude stops being something you do and becomes something you are. It becomes part of your essence. And when this happens, your life changes from the inside out. You realize that you don't need to wait for big achievements to feel happy. Happiness begins exactly where you are, with what you already have. But there's still one essential point we need to address: how the daily prayer of gratitude not only changes you, but also changes the environment around you. Because when your energy and outlook on life transform, everything around you responds differently. And that's what we're going to talk about next. Have you noticed how the atmosphere in a room changes when someone enters with a genuine smile and a positive word? It's as if that person carries their own light, capable of warming hearts and transforming the day of those nearby. The daily prayer of gratitude does exactly this for you. It lights up that inner light, and little by little, it begins to reflect in the world around you. When you cultivate gratitude as a habit, your outlook on life transforms. Complaints diminish, your gaze becomes more compassionate, and your words carry more hope. This doesn't go unnoticed by people. Friends, family, and even strangers feel this energy and are touched by it. It's as if you become a constant source of peace and inspiration. And the most beautiful thing is that this change doesn't happen because you decided to be positive artificially, but because the prayer of gratitude brings about genuine peace inside you. This peace is so deep that even amid difficulties, you can maintain serenity and convey security to those around you. Gratitude is contagious. When someone sees you thanking for simple things, even when everything seems difficult, it awakens a desire to do the same. It's like planting seeds in people's hearts, seeds that sooner or later will bloom. Often, you won't even know the impact you've had on someone's life, but it will be there. The prayer of gratitude also changes the way you see relationships. Small acts of affection gain more value. Patience increases. Forgiveness becomes more natural. You understand that each person is a gift, and that every encounter carries a purpose. This loving perspective strengthens bonds and creates deeper, more sincere connections. And when we talk about the spiritual aspect, the impact is even greater. By giving thanks every day, you build an intimate relationship with God. It's not just a dialogue to ask for help in times of need, but a constant conversation of recognition and love. You begin to feel the divine presence not only in moments of prayer, but in every detail of your day. And it's at this point that the promise made at the beginning is fulfilled. The daily habit of 5 minutes of prayer of gratitude not only transforms your life, but opens doors to a lighter, fuller, and more connected existence. You start to realize that happiness isn't in what's missing, but in what already exists and in what God, in His infinite goodness, is still preparing for you. Whatever your situation is now, believe this: you have reasons to be grateful. They may not be what you expected, but they're there, waiting to be acknowledged. Start today. Set aside your 5 minutes. Speak to God. Thank Him for what you already have, what you've already experienced, and even for what hasn't arrived yet. This simple act can change not just your day but your destiny. And before closing, I want to leave a special invitation. If this message touched your heart and you wish to receive more words of faith, hope, and inspiration, subscribe to the channel. Message from the Angels today. Leave in the comments if you've already given thanks today, and share with those who need to hear and learn from this message. Here every day we share reflections and prayers to strengthen your faith and renew your strength. Join us, and let's spread together this light that comes from gratitude. After all, when we learn to give thanks, we discover that we are already far more blessed than we imagined. And this is the key to living a fuller, happier life, more connected with God's purpose.